I've been using this laptop for about a month now and I am loving it. This is the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 9. Let's take a look. So this is the first X1 Carbon I've tested, so I'm not going to be able to tell you my experience from its previous generation, but Lenovo says they've changed the display ratio from the traditional 16:9 to a taller 16:10 aspect ratio. Now 3:2 is my favorite, with 16:10 coming in second. Moving forward, I prefer not to use another 16:9 laptop. I like more vertical space for web browsing, emails, and office documents. This design just screams ThinkPad. It's black with red accent. The lid cover is carbon fiber, which looks really good up close, while the bottom is magnesium alloy, which makes this really light. The size and weight of the laptop is great for travel. I currently work at home, and if I want to grab lunch outside, it's so easy and convenient just grabbing this off my desk and bring it with me wherever I go. It's only 14.9 millimeters thin and weighs just about 2.49 pounds. On top, you have a 720p camera, which is fine for video calls. I know others would prefer a 1080p camera. There's also a human presence detection sensor, which is actually very cool. The laptop automatically detects when you're stepping away and automatically locks itself. And then when you're back in front of the laptop, it detects you and unlocks with Windows Hello. I think this is great in an office environment, and once you use a laptop with this technology, it's hard to use another laptop without it. It's a really cool feature. The display is a 14-inch UHD non-touch glossy display. It's sharp, colors look great. You can use a pre-installed Dolby Access app to change the display settings between bright, dark, or vivid. I keep it on bright setting because vivid is a little too contrasty for me. You can also get this in full HD resolution, in touch or non-touch to save on battery, but I prefer the sharper images on the UHD display. The display also leans all the way back until it's flat on the table. Some people would say that's unnecessary, but I'd rather have a laptop with a display that leans all the way back than have a lid with a limited angle. The left side of the X1 Carbon has two Thunderbolt 4 ports, one USB Type-A, and a full HDMI 2.0 port. The power adapter is USB-C, which you can put into one of the Thunderbolt 4 ports. The right side has the audio jack, USB-A, and Kensington lock slot. The keyboard is fine and I can easily type on it, but I do notice that key travel is shorter than previous ThinkPads that I've used. I'm thinking the reason for that is to make this laptop thin, but I can still type very fast on this laptop. If you are new to ThinkPads but used Windows laptops in the past, there are a few things you should know. The function and control keys are switched. You can switch that back in the Commercial Vantage app. There's also the red track point, which I don't really use, but I know there's a lot of people who use it. There's also the 3 touchpad buttons that you see on all ThinkPads. One usage that I know is you click and hold the middle button and you push or pull the red track point to scroll up or down. It's handy for people on the field, especially those who might be wearing gloves. So the touchpad is wide, it's responsive to taps, clicks, and Windows gestures. I would have liked a taller trackpad, but I understand the space is limited. In between the keyboard deck and the display is the power button with the built-in fingerprint scanner. Honestly, I haven't even set that up yet because I prefer Windows Hello Face Unlock, but the option is there if you want it. There are speakers to the left and right of the keyboard, as well as the bottom. They're loud and sound great, very bassy. They sound noticeably better than the previous laptop I reviewed, the ThinkPad X1 Titanium Yoga. You can click on the top right corner to see that review. You can change the sound profile in the Vantage app to optimize them for movie, music, gaming, or voice, or just leave it on dynamic to automatically change it for you. The X1 Carbon comes with Windows 10 Pro. There's no unnecessary pre-installed apps. There's the Commercial Vantage app to change settings and check for updates. There's also the Dolby Access app to change the display and audio settings. Now when it comes to specifications, you can get up to 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor, up to 32 gigs RAM, up to 1 terabyte SSD, and the integrated Intel Iris Xe graphics. Price starts from about $1,700 and you can go much higher depending on the specifications that you choose. This review unit as configured costs about $2,260. Lenovo usually has coupons and discounts, so keep checking. So with that price, keep in mind that you're buying a thin and super light laptop with durability. All ThinkPads have military-grade certifications tested for things like humidity, vibration, extreme temperatures, dust, and more. Those who buy a ThinkPad know that they're getting a laptop that will last longer than most other laptops. So I'm happy with the performance on this 11th gen Intel processor. Office tasks, browsing the web, watching videos all work as expected. Editing videos work well too. I'm able to smoothly edit 1080p videos in Premiere Pro without any lag. Exporting a 10-minute 1080p video to 4K takes about 12.5 minutes, which is surprisingly good for a thin and light laptop. It's not as fast as a laptop with a dedicated GPU. So for example, the same file on a spec'd out Surface Book 315-inch takes about 6 minutes. So I'm currently working from home and expect to go back to the office soon. I'm mostly plugged in, but when I unplug, the battery indicator shows about 6 hours of battery life, which is great, especially with a 4K display. One thing I found strange is the fan noise. They turn on when I'm just browsing the web or other simple tasks. They're not annoyingly loud, but I can surely hear them spinning at times. I don't mind if that means it's keeping the performance high and temperatures low, but I'm just surprised that they turn on when I'm just simply browsing. So that's the ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 9. I'm very happy with this laptop. It's thin, it's super light, performs great, looks great, has awesome speakers. The human presence detection feature is also very cool. I don't have any major complaints about this laptop. Also, this is thinner and lighter than the 13-inch MacBook Pro, but it has more ports. The MacBook has 2 USB-C ports, while this one has 2 USB-C ports, a USB-A, and even a full HDMI port. The X1 Carbon Gen 9 is one of the best laptops I've used, and I can easily recommend it to anyone looking for a premium, solid, and dependable laptop. Alright, let me know if you have any questions about the X1 Carbon Gen 9 in the comments. If you like this video or found this helpful, please hit that like button. I also just got the X1 Yoga Gen 6, so I expect to review that soon. I also got the new XPS 13, the XPS 13 OLED, and that display is just, it's so good. I'm excited to test that out. That's all for now. See you in the next video.